he has a button.
Here
Stop
we
him.
are.
Oh fuck!
I did
Oh
it.
fuck!
Shit. Oh well, we're stuck now. It's arc to arc. The book,
You can't turn back time.
the
Yeah, that's how
Bokurano
all of
piece
the films
is
start.
real.
Just like this.
Yes. Man, land of the luscious ladies.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
why are you starting with a Bokurano image?
Because I like that image. Yeah. Anyways,
Okay, well-
guess what? Sensei Kongo
Adamant.
is a man. Yeah.
Is he?
And
Well-
men have needs.
You know, there were
Yeah,
two reveals in this part. One I didn't like so much, and one I liked a bit more. Yeah.
Go on.
Well, here's the thing. I like one of them I liked I was reminded of just now with the ice flows is that the ice flows because way back when I remember Foss, she heard the ice flows talk to her and say shit. And now it turns out the ice flows are like the consciousness of Congo's sibling machine that was destroyed in the ancient times. And they
I think it's like
shape-
worded a bit strangely. Like part of it says it's like Congo's older sibling machine, and the other part is it's like consciousness
it's-
parts from humanity.
Also,
like,
I'm pretty sure it said multiples at the start. Like it said like his siblings, but
Yeah,
then it
and-
mentions just
yeah.
one machine, and I'm like,
Yes,
wait,
exactly.
how many consciousnesses did it have? And then it shapes itself to look like the Lunarians, probably as a form of mocking, and it also like fucked with Foss, but just to try and get attention when it broke Foss's arms off. Yeah, very strange. That's okay. That one I don't mind because it's confusing, but it's like, but I like that it like harkens back to something that was set up. I am not a big fan of the Acmea. It was me all along reveal with Foss because that's exactly the same reveal they do in Bleach with Aizen, and that's like one of my favorite kinds of plot reveals is when it's and they do in fucking Tokyo Ghoul over and over is when they go recontextualize like, oh, all the crazy shenanigans that have happened with you and all this like seemingly random stuff and adventure and stuff, actually it was all like planned by me. And you were playing right into my. Maybe he's just lying, but if it's true, then I don't. If it's true, then I don't like it very much. I don't hate it. Like it's fine, but it's like it's just something I have with that kind of reveal where it's like that's so easy to do. You can do that in any story and just be like,
yeah. If you do that, it needs to be set up well. And in this case, I just ignore it. I don't believe that he did most of the stuff. Like
I don't
except
feel,
like the stuff at the end, basically.
Even if she planned it from the start, it just didn't feel that way at all. Like it.
Yes.
Like her getting legs from the adamant. From the Admirabilis, that like was predicated on her like kind of forming sort of a friendship and like self-sacrificing for the princess and all this stuff that you couldn't possibly predict.
Yeah, legs in the first place.
Exactly,
like,
and he kind of phrases it as like, oh yeah, most of the attempts didn't work, but some of them just happened to. But it's like that seems like a very slapdash like roulette wheel way of trying to create a human, quote unquote. So. That kind of bugged me.
I think what he is like, he observed all the things happening and saw that he can turn Force like human-like through all these things, but he didn't plan any
It wouldn't be weird if Acme or whatever just made, or Yama or Emma just made stuff
and for
up.
the prince.
Yeah, if the prince just made stuff up, because he said the same thing about Cairngorm, where it was like, I've been having the hots for you for eons, and you don't even know it. And then it's like there was kind of proof of that, but that also seemed just like something to bring up like after the fact. Be like, oh yeah, no, I was always planning on snatching you up.
I'm not that hung up on it compared to what I normally would be, because this story operates on such a huge scale, and it's so complicated, and it's so removed from normal, ABC storytelling.
Sure.
I'm not saying I particularly like it, but the scale that these characters are operating on is so out of control to begin with that I don't feel like I'm losing a whole lot. I wasn't very grounded in the first place, so it getting weird. I'm not saying it's great, but it doesn't upset me like it normally would.
Well, it just feels kind of like unnecessary little dialogue to add, and like I would have preferred like what Jaws said if he had just said like, we were stuck here for so long, but then I started observing this Foss creature on Earth, and I came up with this crazy idea, and I noticed she was becoming more and more human, and now I've gained like a new hope, like I've made a new plan based on this, instead of it being like I wanted to make a human from the beginning, and she fit the bill for my experiment. But anyway.
Yeah.
I like the Cinnabar house. It's
the
funny.
Cinnabar box.
Yeah, just lying there. A giant Cinnabar hibernation case. I mean, I do love how goofy the gems are, like, and they explain it because it's like, because the Lunarians haven't invaded in so long, the gems have become even like sillier and just like act like they're just a constant sleepover. And everyone's having fun and surprise party for Congo's birthday.
Yeah.
And all this
Ironically,
shit.
The only person who liked Cinnabar leaving, that's when people start being nicer to Cinnabar.
Right. I have...
Yeah, Foss really wasn't a great friend to Cinnabar.
She was...
Like, she briefly tried, but she didn't accomplish
She did
much.
accomplish it, but accidentally. Like, that's something...
Yeah, I love this part
I love that
story.
Too.
It even inspired like a story idea for like something I wanted to write, like based on something similar. I love that whole reversal.
I like Foss's fight because it's constantly like characters like giving her big reveals and thanking her for stuff, and she's just like acting like an insane spazzo. Like, I think it's Jade like apologizes that she could never understand her before she dies, and Cinnabar is like, "Thank you for keeping your promise," and then dies. And Congo is like, "Thanks," and then Congo is like, "Thanks for letting." Yeah, Congo's like, "Thanks for letting me like find peace," and he goes, and it's like she's just like running through this like rampaging monster berserker mode, and everyone's being like, "Thank you," or like, "Sorry," like everyone's being like really nice to her. It's really funny.
I was very surprised that wasn't the total end of Congo in the story.
I mean, it essentially is.
I mean, yeah, but it could
see
have
him as a ghost,
been, yeah.
or the guy.
But he has no job anymore.
Perhaps you can clarify this, Jaws. I was a bit confused here. I'm stopping on this panel because he knows Acmea's name, but I thought, how does he know his like new garbled name? Like, I would understand if he knew like his old name or something, but why?
I mean, we don't know when Acmea came the last time to Earth, so it probably was after he had already gotten that title.
I guess so. That's fair.
But I don't know why he's saying it in this panel. Like, how is he?
He's like,
does he sense him? Does he see him already? Like, it's weird.
Yeah, maybe he can sense him. Yeah, or I think maybe he's saying like not yet, like don't come yet, maybe because I'm having a party. I don't know. I mean, he didn't know he was gonna have a surprise party, but he was just enjoying his days. Man, look at them all in their cute little dresses, just prancing
I also
around.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun with this. Every group involved is just kind of being more human at this stage, or at least you see more of it, which is maybe the point.
Yeah, everyone got into their hobbies and little interests in a funny way.
Yeah. I was interested that the Lunarians, it's not that all Lunarians are inherently jerks. It's just, they explained that in the ancient times when they were finding a way to escape, they just needed a way to pick who went in line first, so they just put the worst people in last.
Yeah.
And they just got... That also kind of implies that as complicated as the prince is, he probably is the best of the Lunarians, and it is fair that he's in charge.
That's also very, again, very Buddhist, because when I think of like the origin story of like of Siddhartha, within the like Hindu caste system. Yeah,
when he said every man for himself.
Well, exactly. Well, yeah, with like the Brahmin and all that, like it's that they become kind of like the undesirables of the society, and they're just in this pit tearing each other to shreds. And Acmea really is like a prince. Like I thought he was gonna be just like one of the pit denizens who had like come out on top, but no, he's like from the higher orders, but he decided to like stay down there with the shitty guys, kind of like how Buddha went down and stayed with the poor.
You've like
people.
Seen or read Yu Yu Hakusho, I think. With
like
like
I've watched all of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, so it makes sense that like Enma is sort of the guardian or overseer of hell.
Yeah,
So
I got that.
Yeah.
But,
it is also crazy that when the prince now being directly involved, there's a real shit is finally getting real tone to this.
Yeah, there is. I mean, him just
like
saying,
the gems left on Earth are so ill-equipped to handle what's happening right now.
And the amount of Lunarians that get called down, like he takes the prince's entire army, and it's like an unfathomable amount of them. It's like, holy fuck. Even without Foss, they probably would have won.
The Lunarians are actually trying now, and it's not close.
Yes, exactly. I like how Foss, even when she's like in her badass imperial fucking mode here, she still has time to make like silly faces when like something goes wrong with Lex here.
Yeah, she has this look.
I love their cool like invader outfits. Like that's so awesome. They're all like weird like sci-fi creatures almost, and they come down to this paradise.
Giant.
Yes, I love the giant Philly. She's wearing the Sydney Opera House, and I like the visor. Lex, like all that stuff is really cool. The other one just comes is it Goshen? Just comes in like is holding the like leash. Benito is holding the leash. Yeah, Goshen stays back to skateboard tricks. And this is one of my favorite moments in the stretch is this interaction between Daya and Bortz, where she's like, "Who's that new gem?" And like, "Oh, that's Bortz. She doesn't have the hair anymore." And then she's like, "That's like this epic fight," and it's really cool the contrast because Daya is against the light, so she's black now. And Bort is like the sparkly white one, which is the opposite of what they were at the start. And then I love this moment of like, I don't care about fighting. I just want to raise the jellyfish now. She's like mind broken. And then she calls upon the powers of her fucking idol singing. This is fucking insane. It's like an Undertale fight. Yeah. She's like, come on, you fucking wretches. And they love it. They're just like, she's like got the power of like silly faces and stars, and I mean it is funny that they're like an even match, like her after all these concerts, and Bort is rusty from not fighting, and they just smash each other.
So they're even now and smack each other.
She says you've changed.
I like that Daya like smiles as they both break.
And so does Bortz.
I will say the level of hostility here is a bit much.
It has been hundreds of years.
It's not to where I can't accept it, but it's like, fuck, they're being mean to the gems that stayed on Earth. I thought the tone of this was meant to be, oh, we have to smack them around, but ultimately it's for their own good. But no, everyone has their own little side quests where they have their quips and their complaints.
It is nuts.
They've literally waited 50,000 years to tell each other how they really feel.
Yes. When she's like, I always hated how you made no sense, Nep or whatever the fuck, and then everyone gets smashed to pieces. Yeah, Alexandrite took out most of them. Yeah. She takes out herself with the head. I mean, it is fucking cool. Like I gotta say, I like the
cool.
hostility. It looks cool.
That scene with Euclid just standing among all the shattered gems.
I like her Euclid like asking for like, take me to the moon. I just want to talk, and Foss just takes her fucking head off. She's like, the time for negotiation is over. She got real freaky with it, with the whole
she
Cairngorm.
just deliberately steps on.
Sorry. I was gonna say with the stretch I was talking about, like with the feet and the panties and the Cairngorm thing is pretty crazy. That's all I was gonna say. Not much about that.
Really running with the sex appeal. I felt kind of nervous when they tried to do the the Lunarian transfer device, which that even existing in the first place is a little much. I'm not complaining.
That seems a lot like
a little much.
That's what he calls the gem crusher. Like that's what the label says. It says like Lunarian transformation device. Then you go inside and it just turns you into powder. And he's like, hee hee.
I was a little nervous about that whole thane.
They had there was a joke on an old Red Letter Media Best of the Worst where they were saying like disposing of old people like an abattoir, but the sign outside said like bingo hall or like casino, and they're just like like lure old people inside, and then it's like just like a bunch of knives inside.
Yeah, fucking Soylent Gem.
Also, am I crazy, or do we think
you're crazy?
Do we think Amethyst 30 or whatever the fuck has the hots for Scientist Man? I think she wants to date him. She's like, Sensei, maybe. I want to learn everything about you, and he's like, oh really? I'm just a guy. She's like, I'll stay on the moon.
She clearly like respects him, but.
I think because one looks like a male and one looks like a girl, therefore I think that's the only relationship they can have. They're going to be having sex soon. I mean, the prince is talking about
someone understands.
Yeah, the prince is talking about having babies with a
with
a gem person. I don't know how that works, or if they have vaginas or reproductive organs, but you know, there's like some sexual stuff going on here. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the writer was horny at this point in the story.
Yeah. That's the only explanation I can think of.
It's a potential one.
Exactly. And then what happens? Oh yeah, this guy's Satan, and
you know what? Even if he is Satan, who fucking cares?
No,
at this
exactly.
Point? Like, just whatever. Whatever. So much is going on, and we're so far like removed from where we started. It's like who's good and who's bad that's in the rearview mirror, getting smaller by the second as we zoom away.
I mean,
from it.
arguably he's the most good person.
I mean,
like
arguably no one was good or bad to begin with. It was just like a weird, like protracted clockwork machine of like a human body trying to get all its constituents together. It's almost like cells at work or something, where like like a human body just got splattered through a solar system, and then all of its bits started to like coalescing with each other and having relationships, and they're all like little bits of an organism. It's very strange.
In some ways,
I'm not saying it's one to one, but
I like the art in the stretch is also.
Oh yeah, really, I love the yes, all the archways like being these like white cuts into the black look really cool. Foss is hanging around with her ass out, and then we get the big. I mean, it is crazy how she's just like both in the Jade fight and the Cinnabar fight. Foss gets like beat up, but she's like almost indestructible now. Like she can fuse her body parts back together. She can shoot out fucking crazy radial attacks, and she's just fucking scary. She'll kill you.
I like the fact that Jade still just fights with her fists and doesn't use a sword.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too.
Yeah,
I missed her. She was like a big part of the early stretch. Like she was like one of my favorites back in the olden days. Yeah. You know, 50,000 years ago or whatever the fuck that was.
Crazy how Foss is. They're going, finally we have a real human again, kind of, and they're just a freaky monster.
Well, as they say, revenge is the most human emotion. I mean, I don't know what his basis for that is. I mean, it's definitely up there, but I don't know if it's the one.
He's making shit up again.
He just says stuff. He's just like cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
I mean, I really love this stretch.
Yeah, this is a good
great
stretch.
Art, great fights, great emotional impact.
Yeah, her like telling Cinnabar like all that mean stuff, and it's also like reflects because she has that dream early in the stretch where everyone's being mean to her and being like, you don't have any friends, you're fucking useless and shit, and then she's just saying everything to Cinnabar, almost like she's saying it to herself, or like her old self, and Cinnabar's like, yeah, I know, I'm gonna stop you anyway because you're a fucking demented piece of shit. And they have a crazy, this would have looked so cool. I'm sorry, the art style looks amazing already, but like imagining this in my head and like gold and silver like clashing would look so perfect.
Yeah. I want Studio Orange to go back to
that would be so cool.
Like
this would look like a fucking insane like Baroque sculpture of like just gold and silver.
This is probably my favorite
2-page spread
panel from the entire manga.
It is gorgeous.
It's something you would hang on your wall.
It is, yeah, for sure. Fantastic work. it's cool. And yeah, I totally forgot Cinnabar is like really weak. This
really strong at the same time.
Yes, when Foss becomes like a fucking, she turns like a wire mesh figure, and then Cinnabar also, she like barfs up like multiples of herself. Like it's fucking, it's really fucking nuts. It's like the Mob Psycho possessed girl fight. Like you're just seeing all these fucking crazy effects happening. It's madness. I mean, this is
the best kind of madness.
Yeah, and they all smash each other to pieces. Perfect.
Yeah.
Big gloop. Yeah.
Big puddle.
So Foss does it. She completes her destiny. Yeah. As the ultimate human. And then it's weird when her like this panel of like the Mercury on top of her, whatever this fucking is, it like almost looks like skin, and she turns like almost like an anatomy figure, like it looks like muscle poking through.
She looks like adamant already.
Oh yeah, she looks like Congo, but she also reminded me of like an anatomical model of like a human with like all the muscles.
I have
and skin
expected
and all that
them
stuff.
to do some kind of reveal where Foss was actually the, I don't know, reincarnated soul of one of the ancient machines or something.
I even thought, like for a small moment at this bit, that this is just a time loop and that Foss was adamant all along, just different version.
Okay, even that's a little far, but
I mean, that's not crazy. I don't know. Like, it's a weird fucking spiritual manga, but that would be in keeping with like a cycle of suffering.
I also really like the vision of old Foss, who's so different from what we have now.
I like that, and Cinnabar makes like a little version of her. He's like, cute little Foss. I like Congo's like, you mad bruh, cracking it off where it's like, hey.
He's so psyched. I mean, Congo
like,
has been living.
Yes.
He's been living in an environment of unconditional love and support for tens of thousands of years. Someone finally told him he sucks, and that's what he needed the whole time.
Yeah.
I know it had to be Foss, but still,
well,
no one has criticized him ever in his entire existence, basically.
It's true. Well, he's been busy doing his job and being like disappointed that he's bad at doing his job for like thousands of years. So. Fair enough. Also, this scene here when Enma shows up, Yama shows up, he's like, give me the eye, but I think he's just doing that as like a joke so that she will put the eye in herself. Exactly. Like he's manipulating her. Yeah. Because there's no reason for him to want the eye. He can't do anything with it.
Giving him the eye, he would just have inserted it.
Forcibly probably. But yeah, he probably was like, if I tell Foss to put the eye in, she's going to be suspicious. So she's like, haha.
He doesn't need to be so smug about this. That's the one thing that's a little, you've been hanging out for like thousands of years pretending to be friends. You can
not really.
At least be polite.
I don't think they
this.
ever pretended to be friends. Like his relationship, like Foss and the Prince relationship, has always been pretty like adversarial and kind of like cold towards each other. Like they've never been like had fun times together. Like all the other gems have fun times and they're kind of friends with the prince and his wife. But
comrades, they've been comrades.
Also, this panel here, you maniacs, you blew it up. You really blew it up. It's just Planet of the Crystals. Oh well.
Yeah. Land of the Lustrous,
And what a fucking I get what Green you were saying in chat about like being surprised this isn't over yet. Like this is insane that we're just on the moon and all the gems get to be cute cloud people now, and they just everyone gets to hang out and just be on the moon. It's for funsies. No one's a crystal. I do like the detail that they give them a bunch of new names because they're not gems anymore. Like they were just named after what crystal they were, but now they're cloud soul people. So it's like, I mean, it's going to be very hard to keep track of. I mean, even just looking at the wide shots, I don't know who the fuck is who sometimes. I mean, sometimes the hairstyles are enough, but like, and also how does that work? Because like, I guess they can just change their hairstyles at will.
Yeah,
like,
you can just change it or whatever.
Like Bort can be hanging around with her old fucking long hair or new silly short hair. I just love this. I like this too because it's funny because like everyone is happy except for Foss. Like everyone is in heaven and Foss is stuck on Earth struggling for 10,000 years. Like, what did I do to deserve? Sheesh.
Yeah, I once like read a review of the manga of a person who was like really angry and pissed off about that everyone who's like
really
how everyone is just gets to be happy and Foss doesn't.
I think that's fine. I have no idea. Like
look at Congo just there.
I guess logically,
just being a normal guy.
10,000 years will pass, then she will be the ultimate praying form, and then she'll pray herself and everyone off into non-existence. Like
imagine
that's
if
the
you
end.
could just hang out at the bar with like the Statue of Liberty. That's how weird that is.
that is weird. I know.
Okay, Green, go pray to the Statue of
Liberty. Take that, America. For shame. Well, that's Land of the Lustrous might just be. Is it just good all the way through? It just is.
I have my problems with the final arc. Not big problems, but
really, there's so little left. We're like halfway through the final volume. Like,
like the last arc is pretty short.
Yeah. Okay then. Well,
I would have liked it probably more without it.
Okay, that's fair.
But it's maybe just me.
I mean, they really could have stopped here and it would have been fine.
They could. And the thing is, there was like, I forgot how long it was, if it was half a year or exactly 1 year break between this and the final arc.
Right.
Yeah, so I binged the sections before the final arc, and then I had to wait like a really long time for the final arc to come out, and then I was sort of disappointed with the end. So maybe just that.
Maybe that's it. Well, we'll see how we feel about it next week on the finale.
Yeah.
Anyway, future.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird to get two jarring, insane future
we have two stories that just have like insane stretches. Like remember when like Rianne was like trying to get together with Gugu and Fushi like couldn't talk properly and he was like learning how to make food. That was crazy. And anyways, spaceships. Yeah.
Remember fucking Eskimo guy who just died?
Yeah, Eskimo guy. Yeah. Remember tribal sacrifice? Remember inserting Fushi inside of a metal container that he could like continuously melt his way out of? That was fucking cool.
Remember horsemen with arrows being a big threat?
Yeah, I do remember.
Oh no, look out. That woman has a bow.
Yeah, my woman has a folding chair. There's a doll.
I like weirdness.
No, I like it too.
I even long for the simplicity of like the 10-time reincarnated hate boner guy trying to have gay sex with Sushi.
Remember when a series of like young girls kept trying to have Fushi's baby on a desert island?
Remember when Fushi was just a city and not the universe?
Well, fuck that, Green, because there's a doll here, and this doll is fucking important. I know you thought this is the weirdest plot device to me because, like, they make a big deal about this fucking doll when Perona Fushi buys it and is like, this is so cute, the doll, and then it's kind of like forgotten for like 100 chapters, and you're like, huh? And then and now here it is, and it can talk, and it can walk, and it can sass, and it can bash, and it can do anything, and it can
eat noodles.
It can kind of eat noodles. It can like push the noodles against its face and get like a bunch of food stains on its face. What does everyone think about the star ranking system, aka Twitter?
It's fine. Like I feel bad, but I'm already fucking exhausted. Like this. This is such like a bottom up reboot where like we've exhausted the concept. This arc might even be good. Like the end of the manga might even be good. But it's so reeks of they ran the concept into the fucking ground and now we just need a bunch of new shit. This entire stretch, it's like 5 chapters of introducing new characters and also plot and just like trying to prepare you for the status quo, for this crazy, complicated, super plot heavy thing that's about to happen.
Yeah.
And I just I needed, you know what I needed? I needed you to read this for me and to just tell me what was happening.
Well, this is within my predictions that you would like it less and Jaws would like it more. I've said it before. I will say the manga never gets as good. For me, the Golden Age, and it's still a very big stretch. Like, I don't want to downplay, and the art is always really good, and it never becomes like bad, the story. But like, I will say, like, from when Bond shows up, and we have like the cage thing and Kohaku trying to fuck Femme Fushi and the defense of the city and the early part with Mizuha and everything with Memori, which is my favorite part, up till the end of the Mizuha stuff. Like that's like the stretch for me. That's like the 10 out of 10 knockout zone. Here, I don't like the future as much. It does have one final really good story in it a bit toward the end, which I really like, but I'm like not crazy about either the look or like the concept for the future thing. Part of it feels like what Green is saying, where it feels like the logical thing where you have to do it, where it's like, well, we've had old world and we've had present world, so therefore we have to have future world. And it's like, I don't know if I really needed that or wanted that. Maybe it's just because I'm not a big fan of sci-fi as of fantasy in general, but it's it does still an admirable job for what it is.
I can even imagine this being good. It's just hard. You know what this is kind of like? This is like when Picasso would sit down at fucking restaurants and he would like sketch like a really cool drawing on the tablecloth and then like try to pay with that, or he would rip it up.
Yeah.
Or it's like an elite athlete who's in his 50s like doing a backflip at the barbecue or something. This person is capable of effortlessly producing an arc and a situation that is better than 90% of what professional mangaka will do.
Yeah.
But also, they are totally just doing that. This wasn't, oh, I have an amazing idea. It's like, oh, fuck. I need riches. I need to keep the manga going. That's unfair. That's a little unfair. Yeah, but it totally feels like this is a master knocking out something at 80% that they know will still be good. It doesn't feel like they were really into the idea.
We had like 12 volumes of like Old World, like 11 to 12 volumes. Then we have like 7 volumes of modern day, and then we only have like 5 volumes of future time. So it's shorter.
Okay,
and
fair enough. I won't be too mean. And
what are you gonna say? I think the weakest part about this stretch is that the focus isn't on Fushi's emotions. Like, the best stuff of the story, aside from the Memori stuff, is Fushi experiencing new things in life, you know, yes. and him. It becomes progressively more, you know, it goes from the simple terms of just learning how to eat food and poop and make stuff to trying to understand how to deal with people being murderers and sex and all these complicated emotions. And that's the route I wish the story had gone. Like, I would have been happier if we had stayed in modern time and Fushi had like started a family with Mizuha, and then it had been like the complications of like having a child and explaining all this weird stuff in the world and trying to keep up relationships with people and not just be so blasé about bringing them back to life. Instead, he's kind of just like, let's just 500 years in the future. And Fushi has become more like a god presence, where he's not like struggling with new emotional arcs and complications every day. Now he's just like cooking eggs and jumping around and stuff, and it's like, you know, I guess we kind of shifted to the doll doing that now. Like, the doll is trying to become human and deal with like human emotions. But it's like, but that was such a nice arc of like following this person from like nothingness to animalhood to humanhood, through all the complications that brings. Like, there was so much potential to mine there, and we kind of like jumped ahead and we're like, Mizuho left and everyone died, and now we're in the future and we're throwing ramen at girls. Is maybe the implication here that Fushi himself mastered the art of being human, so now we need a new non-human person to do the same thing? The blacksmith guy sort of says something to that effect, where he's like, I've seen I've seen like non-humans become humans, and I've seen crazy shit in all this time I've been alive, where it's like, I guess, but I don't know where was that moment where Fushi was like, I get it now, I'm 100% human, like I can deal with everything. I mean, he's lost his like parental figure, he kind of like, he never really is that known like true like romantic love, really. Like, he's had like a little bit of moments, but he's never really, he's never had children, he's never cared for someone in that way. He's just kind of known like extreme friendship and like parental love is like the extent of the thing. Like, it still feels like he has a lot of growing to do. But anyway, yeah,
I have weird feelings because I don't want to be too disappointed because this is still probably going to be like pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'm already prepping myself for this is not what you wanted the ending to be. And honestly, like another 1 or 2 volumes, tagged on the end of modern day probably would have been perfectly fine. Honestly, like even just using Mizuha as the actual proper end or having her do something could have been okay.
Because they went through so much and it got so dark and crazy in the middle there where it was like, it really felt like heavy and important, and now it doesn't. I mean, Mizuha,
it also feels
there are
stagnant.
Mizuha clones.
I saw that. I sure hope they don't like gel together into like a 50-foot tall wad of Mizuha at some point and fight. Don't you fucking say anything if they do, I'll fucking kill you.
I am making a really funny face right now.
We'll make it some more.
I'm making this face here on the left.
Yeah, but if this is Rize again, I'm gonna flip a fucking. Because the compelling part of Fushi's arc in modern Japan was him, looking at the other guys like, hey, will you live with me forever? Can we just be the same forever? And they responded going, that's kind of childish, Fushi.
Yeah.
And now cut to the future, and they are kind of doing that. Like they actually address how banal immortality has become for them, whereas like, oh, you die like this all the time. Yeah. Remember that time you died with your pants down? Yuck, yuck, yuck,
That's
yuck.
True.
I usually just get cancer.
I mean, they've made a game out of like, getting caught by like the forests of the bee because they're hunting for them and just like suiciding themselves. And like, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Also, it immediately strains credibility of how is there any force on the Earth that Fushi can't immediately defeat them other than the Knockers? Oh wait, maybe it is the Knockers. I'm stupid.
Yeah,
but
that's the implication.
So I'm worried that we're going to just be dragging
remember
out
the Knockers,
emotional beats.
Remember the big Mama Knocker, but the I love you Fushi Knocker said they wanted to make like a world where everyone got along and without suffering, and
mission accomplished.
That's kind of, I guess.
And this is maybe my weirdest thought, but the art style, it feels like the art style is just more cramped and cluttered and busy. And to some extent,
more detailed. Some of that is the environment just being like really busy, but it got like real heavy. Like I find the hustle impressive, but
there's no moments because we've talked about several times. Like earlier in the story, there were really impressive, moments where the camera would come back and you'd see these wide angle shots where they knew where to have light detail and heavy detail, and just the composition was very good.
Yeah, this is starker.
This has been. When you there's a lot of panels and the same characters showing up many times on the same page.
She drew the doll like 150 times in like one chapter. Like
there's also just so much like goop and fluff in the set design where there's so many little objects, many just beams of light,
I think
so many
she's
explosions.
using more assistance at this point probably too. My favorite art style stretch, I mean, I love the early stuff with all the nature and all the like really cool like architecture and all these things. My favorite stretch is probably still like, it coincides with it, but it's also the Memori like early Japan stuff, just because the character art and the poses and the angles and faces got so like awesome and gruesome, and like I love the Kohaku fights. I love that that crazy tunnel thing where Mizo stabbed that girl and there was blood everywhere. Like that looked fucking amazing.
This is gonna sound silly, but I think this mangaka is surprisingly really good at drawing appealing characters and knowing how to use some restraint with the background and taking more care to composition, like help them pop. Like I remember when Rion showed up and she was so like pretty and poppy compared to the tower
or
dude
like
who lived
Tonari,
in, that she really
Tonari,
they really stuck out
really stuck out.
And the subdued but well developed background.
Yeah, her skill is as good as ever, if not better. But she's like, I think the issue is she's giving, like, I look at a panel like this, and it's like, this still looks great and better than most manga, but like she's giving everything like equal weight, like in an image like this. Like the two figures are basically the same. Like there's a bit of thickening contest. There's so much stuff around, and the bubbles are getting like bigger and wordier too. Like sections like there's so much to read in certain bits where it's like talking about all these fucking complicated things and all this, and none of this like the rating system and all this stuff ultimately doesn't really matter very much in this world. Like it's quite busy. Yeah, there could use some more open spaces.
I was gonna say I
some
think
really
on
cool
some
shots
level
like this. I like the doll a lot. Like she's very mimetic and funny.
The doll is great.
Yeah, she's great.
Okay.
It fits the tone where doing a cyberpunk, ads everywhere, claustrophobic megacities.
It's like clever.
That's kind of where they're going.
And then where
so
Fushi lives is like a tree.
It's
like an
good.
open tree house. Well, it's good. It's just not as good as it was before. That's all. I like how she calls everyone a pervert when they lift her skirts.
Oh my god!
That when the guy looks at her label. Yeah.
The thing I found very funny was when after she fell in the river that she is put in a jar of rice.
Yeah.
Like you would do with I don't know,
with
with
a
your
cell
phone or something.
Yeah. Although I've heard that doesn't really work that well. Like I've heard that's a bit of a myth. Like it does okay, but you should really use cat litter. Actually, that works really well.
I mean, that would make sense.
Take the shit out first, but yes.
No, then it doesn't work.
I do like short hair Iddy a lot though. She's cute.
It was like fairly easy to just guess that it was Iddy. You see the helmet.
She has like a dirt.
I thought they were going to say that they turned her ability into a new technology that everyone can use.
I think that.
I thought she was going to be the progenitor of like a new thing.
No, because they're like at odds with the society. I think that's just something that they built like with future tech. Although
they did do it with the crab toys.
They did, they did it with some stuff. And even with her, like she's a mass market version of the doll. Because she has a label on her inside saying like built in.
I don't know, like
the old version, the old world version wouldn't have had that. Like she's not the original doll from way back when, because that doll was built in like the 1500s and it was a single object made.
I was still under the impression that she is a unicat. What's the word? Well, that's just one of her that is based on the original.
Maybe there's just one that's based on the original, but she's definitely like a modern version at least. Some cool stuff. I do think the doll is really funny. I like her. Like I like her. Like
her personality
sassy.
Is very
she has
funny.
like this sassy, annoying personality where she like gets in fights and gets the shit kicked out of her, and then she's like, "I'm gonna kill all the immortals," and then she kind of like turns sides, but then she's ultimately
the only problem is the cast is
this fucking panel with her with the cigar.
Yeah, with the cigar and the gun. Yeah, it's good.
That is fun, but. The cast is fucking full. The cast was full 10 volumes ago. No one fucking dies. No one goes away.
The one that really like reminds me of like how full we are is like they still keep the bear around. Like
I'm glad that the bear showed up again.
How confused is the bear?
Like
what does he think going
what
on?
is he exactly? It's just like he's been through so much where it's like and every time remember every time the bear dies and he's brought back with like a bunch of spears in him. The march has to pull out painstakingly. Like that's such a hassle to keep that bear around.
In terms of the cast, I felt the cast became full with the city stuff. Like with
I've said it before, but like the three who I can never remember their names. Like it is still weird to me that like we got these three. We got like sort of a backstory for them, but they never really had
do so little.
Yes, and they never really had like the huge like connection to Fushi. Like they had like a heroic moment of being like, we're your immortal soldiers, use us. But it was never like, it was never like Tonari, Gugu.
It was never like Gugu.
Yes, Gugu, March, Tonari. These are all people who are incredibly important to Fushi in certain moments of his life, and he like lived with for a long time. These like some guys he knew for a few months.
Like Bon.
Bon. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Bon and him were like in fucking, and we were in a fucking war camp together, bro. Like they're tight as shit.
I feel like these people would have went insane if they didn't have some kind of goal.
I always thought it was
sense,
strange how like Messar is just happy to hang around with Fushi for all this time. Like he never seemed
to
to
same thing 10
exactly
times,
like he lost his love figure
lifetimes.
and he just like spent most of the modern era at like the horse races, which is funny, but it's very sweet.
Yeah.
But we got some stuff here with this is a good I do like the punch.
Yes, the punch
moment.
punch.
She finds out she's got some. It's cool. It's cute seeing Itty using her English she learned in back in Japan. And we got some silly punch action here. The doll is powerful as fuck.
Yeah, I like how this is a little bit foreshadowed when she lifts the train, that she's actually super physically strong.
Yes. And her face was made more expressive, so now she's got many abilities. Yeah. It's made
many abilities
1% more
unnatural. Yeah, I mean, I like this section probably just because I got bored of the modern stuff towards the end.
I understand.
But my favorite is still the early Bond section. That was the best part of the entire story.
Right.
And it has never been as good since then.
Lies. It was better. Everything with pervert brother was good.
I like that section because it's just so off the walls crazy.
Yeah,
but I
guess
I like that section because it was good.
Well, I like everything about it, but like him like chopping all of that Nakra's limbs off on the school roof with a weed whacker.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
And then her head getting thrown in like a bucket with some firecrackers, and her being like, "Hee, I'm gonna go back." Ah! like what the fuck was that about? She was just going through some real shit back then.
Dying.
And that yes, exactly. I always be in favor of dying, and all this stuff is like great. And I've got a cat.
Yeah.
So this is just kind of set up to just being like, I do like Tonari's long leg design. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, her outfit is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's just like being like, these rascally immortals, they exist in this modern world, but they just get up to mischief and no one can stop them, and ain't that
also Bond flying the helicopter while simultaneously holding the glass.
A glass of wine. Yeah. And also the Bond Foundation is still here. Like his like family descendant silly hair people just help out.
Drunk driving.
Yes,
he is drunk driving. Gugu's fire.
Well, he would survive it.
I mean, this is a very weird world because in a way it's kind of like everyone has Fushi powers now. Like, because everyone who has 3 stars or above can turn into anything. Like, they can turn into gorillas, they can turn into other people, they can grow wings, they can have super strength, they can breathe fire. Like, it's when everyone is super, no one will be, including little Anton Day here, our the best character. Oh, you'll be seeing more of him. Don't fret not.
I took a sneak peek at the next chapter. I sort of know.
Yeah, like he is he's one of the most like. I imagine he's contentious in the manga community. For me, he is. Like, I have complicated feelings on Anton Day and how much screen time he has for what a stupid fucking guy he is.
That one newscaster lady, she looks like an animal hybrid person. Is that intentional?
You can just do whatever here. Like, everyone is like a crazy cosplay freak. Like I don't think that little girl who is stabbing that doll, like, I don't think that's a little girl. Like, that's just like someone who's using a little girl's skin. Like, you can just do whatever, be whatever. Yeah, it's I mean, this is just Twitter. Like, everyone is using like PFPs and giving each other likes, and if you got too many downvotes, you're a fucking subhuman. They show like a little graphic of like a Dante's Inferno fucking like Fushi hierarchy here. I do like how how the story has been once again recontextualized. We got a bit of this with like the early religions, but now like the group says, like, they're like, oh yeah, Fushi is the god, and like the, you know, our noble Mizuha clan has like tried to protect him, but there's been all these evil Tonaris and Bonds who always want to mess with him. The idea that like Fushi was discovered by Hayase, like, that's such horse shit.
Yeah, the evidence that Fushi should have just drowned her in the ocean that one time and left. Like
that did become a thing. It has been funny for me. Like I don't like how the anime looks very much. I'm kind of annoyed that this got kind of like a lackluster production, and that's how people are experiencing the story compared to the gorgeous manga art. But that's fine. But I do like how some of the things become memes, famously the skirt flip, of course. But like one I saw earlier than that was him just like, someone was like, what the hell is this anime? Because they just posted a clip of like the guy getting off the boat and making another boat with his foot and like leaving. It's just like out of context. It's like what the fuck? It's like I love you, Fushi, while I hate you. I'm gonna make a boat. Yeah.
The timetable of this is crazy because the whole reason that you were bold enough to buy so much of this in the first place is me and you were in the manga store and I said, oh yeah, I remember 4chan memeing this when it came out like 5 fucking years ago.
Yeah,
the manga, like when the animation, like some people like season 1, but it fell out of the discourse very quickly.
Indeed.
And years later, like they're finally getting the modern Japan. It's like this thing has never been huge, but it just won't fucking die either. It's the craziest.
Yes, it's like a satellite manga. Yeah, very very strange. So yeah, Fushi is god. I do like March reuniting with her crab doll and with the other doll. It's cute. I mean, it's been a lot of years in the making. I don't know. This argument here they have is kind of like blown out of proportion, and then it just kind of gets like it's a lot of time spent on it, and then it just gets like hand waved by Fushi showing up and be like, let's have breakfast. I mean, it's kind of funny. I like the just trying to get to it, but like I like the drawing of I like the drawing of like the two groups like against each other with like Iddy and the March and being like, we're the keep the doll group, and then the other guys being like, I actually want to murder this doll for some reason.
Oh, it's at least kick it out.
Yes.
Don't we have God in the next room flipping pancakes? Can't he just solve the problem?
Well, he does. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. This I like this. I mean, it's just like the suspicious adults versus the stupid, goofy people, and also Bon and blacksmith guy.
Because that's how we got here, by Fushi being really hard-headed and practical about all decisions. It was not. We weren't sentimental at any point.
I do enjoy Messar just getting punched in the face by the doll for no good reason.
Oh, that's how he lost the tooth. That's
how he lost the tooth. That's right. Yeah.
I was trying to put that together. I thought it was just because of his bad life.
I forgot what she's called, but I always think of, man, remember when this horse was an old lady? Wasn't that crazy? Yeah. I mean, that was such an emotional.
Huron really got the short end of the stick with
remember how like crazy that was, like how heart-wrenching that was early on, where like Fushi had to deal with her kind of like getting dementia almost and like wanting to die, and then she like asked for the Man in Black to show himself, and he did at the end. She's like, I want to be something useful, and then they teased us with a young girl version of her when really she was a horse. But that was crazy.
Fushi had to seclude himself for 40 years before he turned
That's right. Yeah, he became a beardy man. But yeah, this is all setting up what we're getting to, which is we got to get the sphere. You know, Fushi wasn't ready for it back in the day. He was a pussy. He couldn't handle the truth. But now, with the help of this stupid fucking doll who's gonna become human, even though they have no mouth, but must scream.
But must become human.
We are getting there. So, the next stretch I don't really like even as much as this one, but the one after that I like a lot. So there is still light in this tunnel. Don't give up hope. We're never getting Memori back, but we're getting other stuff.
We have the doll now.
Yeah, and we have, and we don't need real Mizuha when we have 15 Mizuhas.
Mizuha.
Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Well, shit.
I was just gonna say I feel slightly bad, like I'm being.
Well, I feel bad.
I know I'm being a little hard.
Bad.
You're not even being negative.
I feel bad because I wanted you guys to read this, but I especially wanted Green because I was like, this has stuff in it that Green would really like, and then I've kind of like shown you something. I've made you like passionate. Like you haven't liked a manga as much as like you did for Tear Eternity for like that stretch from like the Bond stuff and the Memory stuff like in a while. Like I was excited. That was like the thing I've shown you on the podcast that you were the most hyped for, and I was sad showing it to you and being like, I'm gonna have to let him down. Like it's not a 10 out of 10. Sorry, it is for a bit, but yeah.
Whatever is 10 out of 10 the whole way through.
Berserk. Except when because I choose to believe it ends when Mira dies. Oh well.
Yeah, I can't be that mean. This was a great manga. It is a shame that it's losing steam here, but name a manga that doesn't lose steam.
And it was good for a long time. It was good for stretches that are longer than other whole mangas. Like, you know.
I'm also being mean to a manga where this is almost certainly going to be nicer and better than 90% of what we get. It's just,
and it's also a thing where it's like such a, like we keep saying, like such a crazy concept, and for how well it's being executed for what it is, and also for like and also it's just like a crazy thing for someone to embark on after a Silent Voice. Like I
want, could just do anything.
I want Tear Eternity to be huge and everyone to love it, and I want to be the sourpuss who is like, it was better in the middle, but I don't want everyone else to think that. I want everyone else to give her all the money. She deserves it. I want to see what she does next, because she's obviously fucking insane. Speaking of being fucking insane, have you heard of this manga called Bokurano? Man, there's
it's not insane at this point.
I mean, it's still pretty fucking crazy. Like, just being like, hey, I have an idea for a bunch of teenagers dying, and right off
that's normal.
Yeah, that's normal. And child prostitution and all these.
That's a little weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Not even like child prostitution where they need to be a prostitute. Child prostitution where they, they just go, you know what? I want to know what it's like to be a whore.
Over and over, people say, I'll just give you the money. No, it doesn't mean anything unless I get fucked by a grown-up.
Yeah, Jesus. I have to believe in myself or something.
Yes, well, I know what is weird is I know what she means when she says that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what.
She just picks the weirdest way to.
I'll just say it up the top. That's what makes Bokurano a great manga. Is he has like a really good command of like the human condition, and it repeatedly presents you with situations which are so real yet you've never seen anywhere before. Like, I got Bokurano vibes from that good part in Tear Eternity, and like over and over they'll just like show you a person and be like, they've got more going on. I mean, this guy not as much, but still he has some interesting moments. Like, he has some. There's
this very understated moment with the newspaper which just says 50,000 dead.
Yes, right at the beginning. Yeah,
it's not even addressed in any way.
He looks at it. Yeah, he looks at it. He just has like a little sweat drop. Like, this is, like I said with the art style earlier in the first podcast, like, this is a very like mercenary kind of just what's necessary, but it's just enough like manga. Like, it's he draws like exactly the right amount of detail where it doesn't feel like cheap or sloppy, and he knows exactly like how much to show of stuff, and just like little emotional moments of like having a character look a certain way or act a certain way without having a speech bubble. He's very good at that. So yeah, we meet this poor. I never know any of the characters' names. I refuse to learn them.
I'm gonna. When I was reading it the first time, I had to chart all the.
His name is.
They have real names.
It's like Daiki or Daichi, but I'm gonna call him male pattern baldness.
When you're balding at 10.
When the stress of taking care of your 3 siblings gives you alopecia, that's not a good sign.
It sure wouldn't be.
So yeah, he's got a cute sister with huge feet. She's a size 15. And he's got a retarded square-headed brother and a silly piss the bed sister. But they do a good job of like, I mean, you could argue it shouldn't take much for you to feel bad about a child dying who has to take care of a bunch of other children, but
yeah,
still.
I mean, this is not a bad stretch.
Yeah,
it's just
not,
let's call it a traditional stretch. This is what you see in like lots
It's not as interesting as other characters. He's one of the less memorable of the Bokurano. What I like about him is just it gives us like more kind of in his life stuff, which we didn't get from Wako or the other guy. And one of my favorite things about it is that he is the first kid that has to deal with knowing he's going to die. Like,
I mean, that's why I split it off where I did. Because Soccer Kid and Psycho Fuckboy Kid
and Cell School Shooter,
they're the two ones that don't understand what's happening. Where
he's
the first
to them
one
it's
who,
a game.
Who does.
Yeah, the kid, Glasses Kid gets kind of punished with like the realization, not that he's gonna die, but just of like the consequences of what the fuck they're stuck with here. I'm gonna switch over because I have one version where the scans are much higher quality, but the 2-page spreads are fucked, and then I have one where the 2-page spreads are good, but the scans aren't as good. Anyway,
and I do like that these two, they both have. Their issue is the home life, because the obvious thing to do with the kids is have them angst about their living situations with their parents. And these are the two that have problems, and they're very complementary, where he has abandoned father and she has my mother's a whore. It's like kids with daddy issues versus kids with mommy issues.
And his father ran off to be with the whore. No, I'm kidding. That's my head
brilliant, and that would solve everything.
Well, this is there's always good character drama going on. I like this moment. Well, Ushio is like a very complicated character. He's actually, in my opinion, he turns out to be one of the best characters in the story. But like early on, he's just being such a god forsaken asshole, where he just kicks the shit out of his sister, and he's a fucking prick. He won't put on the fucking uniform, and he's like, you said you'd die for your family, huh? Let's see you do it, bald guy. And this stretch has a lot of people getting punched in the fucking face. Everyone gets punched in the face in this stretch, whether they deserve it or not. He's just really good at like representing like normal like everyday life. Like the people feel really real here. Like I like even his stupid little siblings. Like I love them just like getting up and doing like this stupid fucking dance about the fact they're going to the amusement park. I don't understand. And and then like one of them like falls over and starts like crying, and like this is so real. Like the older sister being like the stay-at-home like wife almost, where she's like cooking and taking care of the bedwetting and stuff while he has to work to earn money. But that's so sad, that moment where he's like, they don't move in with the uncle because they want the dad to have somewhere to come back to, even though he's never coming back. Like that's
I really hate his decision. I really hate this guy's decision to like disappear. And not to,
that is fucked. So that stupid. Well, it's.
I understand.
Part of it,
I get it, but it's still stupid.
I get it. It's also annoying because it's like, part of it is like, it would be weird if he was like, I'm gonna control Zerth, and he just like yeets off. But then other girl has no qualms about showing. She shows her bully and that kid like the robot, the teleporting, the control room, and sends them back with like insane knowledge, and there's nothing like that's more realistic to me. Like you could just tell people and show people stuff and no one's gonna believe them anyway. And when they start believing it, it's like way later in the manga. So who gives a fuck, right? But I guess he just wanted to be responsible. But why did he do it in like the way that would scar people the most? Like literally he shows the shot of the sister crying, being like, the brother isn't abandoning us, is he? Like our fucking useless dad.
He has kind of a father complex towards the younger siblings, and maybe part of it is wanting to hold their innocence, where
he says
giving them the possibility to believe whatever they want is kind of like maintaining their childhood in a weird way.
Later when he asks Dung Beetle,
assume that he's
exactly. Well, I was just gonna say about that. He asks if he could have just his dead body teleported back, Waku fell in the ocean, but the other guy they sent his corpse back. But like that's kind of the default. But he specifically asked for his body to be hidden so that his siblings think he might be out there somewhere. Like he's
just put it in Zerth's toes.
That's right, because Zerth has many body sections where you can just hide a body and it can just putrefy on its own. Cool.
Right, those poor people in the cockpit who have to deal with this.
It's funny how like the female characters often kind of look like each other. Like I'm not complaining necessarily, but it kind of looks like he just takes some of the main characters and like puts their head on a smaller body. It's like, oh, there's a kid.
Even the guys, I mean, not as much, but a lot of the guys, like fat kid, this guy, his
the
uncle,
soccer guy,
the younger brother.
The other guys look like very similar.
Yeah, he has like two face types. He has like the square guys and the pointy guys, and the pointy guys, a lot of them kind of look samey. Yeah, the girls, he has like a lot of like long, semi-long, black-haired girls, and then the younger kids have like the short, like spiky hair. I mean, it's not about that. It's not a manga about that. It's not about having all these like flashy character designs. It's about having just like, that's true of Japan too. Like in Japan, if you're in a friend group, like a bunch of people just look the same. That's just what it looks like, It's just supposed to be realistic.
We were finally having that conversation.
Well, it's not even just in Japan, but I'm just saying that, like, in real life, you're going to have people who look like a type of person.
Yeah. Not everyone is a shonen protagonist.
Exactly.
I will Daiki, I think emotionally, we just need him to be like probably the most masculine of the kids, and also in a way the most normal, where his problems are the most understandable and also solvable in a weird way, whereas like, okay, I just had to grow up kind of early, and because I have a lot of responsibility, I'm sad, I'm worried about my siblings. Like, he's kind of an emotional ground. He's like the white background that we're gonna contrast the weirder kids off of in a way.
He goes to his death with a lot of glory, and without like, he doesn't make a big deal out of it. He's just happy to protect others. He fights like admirably, like with a lot of skill. He's just a good guy. Yeah,
just
he doesn't
a normal
kill a
guy.
lot of people.
It's messed up. The thing I honestly like remember most about him is in the OP for the anime, he has a really nice cut of doing the arm cross exercise.
Yes, he's doing stretches in the opening. The best,
and when he does that in here, I think of the OP, he just gets a good cut in the OP. Like,
the best cut in the opening is Ushio running across the field. That one, I love.
Yeah, that one's also
that was the coolest.
Yeah,
he got the best one with the sun.
Yeah,
with the sun setting and he's running across the field.
We should honestly do just a review of the OP at some point.
I would be happy to. I think Jeff Fu beat us to it. I always put it high in my list. I was listening to it just yesterday. You mean Jeff Fu, not me, right?
Remember when the character in here teleported Jeff Fu's girlfriend in front of her?
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Too real.
Too real. I jumping to what's her name? Mako? Nakurai Mako?
I think, Nakurai.
Half the kids are Maki or Mako or Kako.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm looking at the chart. We have Waku, Kako, Mako, Aiko, and then Ano, Maki, and Machiyuka. God damn it! Give them. What's wrong with the character named Inuyasha? Yeah. You know what a good name is? Ash Ketchum.
It doesn't matter. It can get confusing when characters are referring to another one. Also, something I noticed, which can be a bit. I would have had
Dung Beetle say, "Write your number on your forehead so you don't forget."
A bit confusing. Maybe it's just the scanslations. I don't think it is. He doesn't.
I think you're saying the thing I was going to say.
Yeah, he doesn't use. Oh god, I should know the name for this. I think they're called tails, like speech bubble tails. He doesn't use tails very often.
No. Yeah,
and sometimes it can be hard knowing exactly who is talking. Like in this panel here, viewer, is he saying these three things? Because none of them have arrows to him, but no, he's saying these ones that are on his head, but this guy is saying No, he is saying, but he is saying this one, exactly. He's saying all three, but you might have thought this guy was saying this one, but no, he's saying all three. Like, these are all his. Like, it can be hard to keep track who's like, here, and these are both this guy's, Speech Bubble.
I think I have
what belongs to
problems with that, because Tokyo Ghoul does it all the time, so I'm just used to it.
I had just had a couple of panels where I had to read them twice and be like, oh, right, that's someone else saying that, not him, yeah.
But... moving on to
wait, I want to hear what. I want to hear what Jaws' problem was. What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not really a problem, but I'm not sure if it is me missing pages. I don't think it is. When we don't see the end of a child anymore, like it cuts off abruptly. Like if you scroll down a little bit.
You mean like them dying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like the final scene is not shown anymore.
No,
like
that's not missing. I've been reading these physically on my actual, like, in my book, so
like it just cuts to the aftermath.
It just cuts to it. It just doesn't matter. I mean,
there are a lot of hard cuts. I mean, even Daichi's fight ended pretty abruptly.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's what he's talking about. Early on, the enemies are so, like, underpowered compared to Zerth. The fight doesn't really matter. Like, Barrel Guy, he just, like, picks him up, puts him in the ocean, and starts, like, peeling his layers off. Like, we can imagine what happened next. He kept hitting it. He took the core out and he smashed it. And then he fell over, or before he fell over, the fucking dungeon meshy dungeon meshy threw him in the thing. I do like this page a lot, where his face is in the same pose as Zerth, and they have the same angle. Looks really cool. And they bring up the lights going out. That's cool. And that's a downer ending where they go to the amusement park, but his brother's not here, and we just have to.
They're not amused at all.
It's an unamusement park. Anyway, up to the first brilliant stretch.
I want to say this was probably the first of the kids' stories that I was invested in. I don't know. It's got to be top 5 at least.
I would say, yeah.
It's pretty darn high up there. I mean, we'll get to Chizuru after this, which in a way is similar, but yeah. And then like the ones at the very end are more interesting. She's probably of the ones who show up early. Yeah. She's probably the only one who competes with the final stretch of the big reveals later on.
Memorable, like this. He starts getting freaky with it. Her mom's a whore. You might think it was one of those things. Exactly. You might think one of those things where it's like people say that, but they're just being judgmental. No, her mom really is a whore. She's like Takupi, the original sin.
but on a higher social level.
Well,
but no dog.
I mean, people are very mean in Bokurano. I mean, this isn't even this is definitely not one of the higher examples, but like, this is people throwing shit, being little shits. They put a note on her that says mother and daughter combo, like discount.
On sale, on
sale. Like the mother's just like. And that's when she was in elementary school. Like, that was an elementary flashback. She's got the Randoseru backpack. She's not using her middle school uniform yet. Like, this like fucking 10-year-old kid having to deal with this is not good. But it doesn't matter because her mom's fucking awesome, actually. And being a prostitute is fucking cool.
They show her mom it might just be, Hooker with a heart of gold. It might be her trying consciously to overcompensate and make up for it. But her mom is like an incredibly, pro-social, friendly pillar of the community, helps in the community garden, is nice to the old neighbors. Yes. Her mom is just a great person.
She's been saving money. She's a good single mom.
Prostitute thing.
I mean, it's and like Jaws is saying, like, it's like a high class. It's not like street corner, STD hooker. It's like escorts, and then you have to have sex at the end.
And importantly, she's known the same Johns for a very long time.
Exactly. She's like a regular.
She has a.
This guy,
and it's not like she. I get the impression
this guy is like her agent. He's not like her pimp who like beats the shit out of her. He's like just a guy who's like, I know some fellas if you want to make some money.
Well, and I get the impression that she has normal work, she also like. I don't think the poor thing is even the main way she makes money. Like
I think it is because that's the kind of job where you would make a lot of money. Like you just need to have like one client like every couple days, and you get like if like a few hundred with each session. Like it's good money.
I think that's fair, but I don't think she's doing this like every single day.
No, I don't think she's doing it every day, but I also don't think she has like a day job. Like she would be too exhausted. Like I think she's does like other stuff and is involved with people, but I think that's her main job. Anyway,
yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Well, it's just incredible because she goes on like. I always love it when a manga finds a way to pull, something weirdly wholesome out of like a really fucked, perverted like situation. And this might be one of the best all-time examples where she goes to the pimp and just says, "Hey, I want a John. I want to go out and do what my mom does." And the pimp doesn't immediately say no.
Yes, he's like,
he
that's
just
what
muses
I
and
love.
goes, "Well, that's you." He looks at her and goes, "You have no chest. You have no
or
butt."
ass.
But I can probably scrounge up a few weirdos that would be cool with this. And then later he makes that worse because he says, "I'll go find someone," and he tells her when she's working in the garden with her mom, "Oh, I think I have someone." She goes, "Oh, I'll be all sweaty and gross," and he goes, "This guy won't be that worried about that."
And she's like, and he's like looking at her when she's like in her dress. He's like checking her out, and then I love this threat too, where he's like, "I don't know, I don't want to go behind your mom's back," and he's like, "If you don't, I'm gonna go stand on a street corner." And he's like, "Whoa, okay, hold on."
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Just such a bizarre situation.
She tries to like dress up like she imagines her mom would in like a little dress.
Well, she looks like Maka in like her casual attire from Soul Eater. She's like in like classy but like girly dress. And
she sits down at the restaurant and she's just like scoping out every guy who comes in, being afraid that it's the person.
That is really
where there's
funny.
like an old fat guy, then like a weird dude with like
it's like a cyberpunk guy with like a visor and a bunch of lip rings. And she's like, "Oh damn." But no, it's just an old man who shows up.
But then eventually the hero this story needs shows up.
40-year-old guy with like receding hairline.
Who has just like a very nice little conversation with her at dinner, and they're just swapping stories about like, "Oh yeah, anyways, time 375 that I fucked your mom. This happened."
Jesus Christ. And then I don't want to skip too far ahead, but like we also get a reveal that he's like a fucking weirdo freak who's like into like age play stuff and like BDSM and whatever. And she's like, "Ah man, you really played with fire there, girly." And she's like, "Holy fuck." And he's not your dad, probably, but he might be.
I think he is.
I think he's her dad
I think the mom was deflecting at the last minute, and it's totally.
Well, she doesn't know. She doesn't know that he mentioned the marriage proposal thing when she's answering the question. Then she said that, and she's like, "Oh, he told you that, did he?" Where it's like, yeah, I think it is the dad. Because like, why would this guy call in that specific guy? I think he knew. This guy knows who her dad is, and he's like, I'll just kind of like have someone who won't harm her. Yeah, I think he knows he's her dad.
I hope he fucking said something, because if not, that's like the freakiest
that is a really cute moment. Yeah, exactly. That's a cute moment too, when she mentions he's a lawyer, and she's like, "A lawyer? We could be fucking rich." And she's like, "He's boring, and also he's a pervert." He's a boring pervert. Though.
Well, he's a criminal like he's like a
he's a child.
Prosecutor
he says
for
he's a
sex
child,
crimes.
a child abuse like defense lawyer. It's like,
he defends abused children, but he also.
Man, I know someone who could use that lawyer later.
But I think it's a thing where like he saw her and he just like subconsciously like read her genetics and realized that
I think he might have.
I think that's what happened.
I think he might have seen her around a few times. Like I think he knew. Anyway, let me reel back here to the amazing scene The amazing scene when the fucking shit moms show up and are giving her sass. And she is so... You think it's going to be like an embarrassing scene or like a sad, angry scene, but she's just so far above these fucking whores. It is hilarious. She just has this look of like complete smug contempt for these fucking the Karens who just show up. And she's like, oh yeah, your husband doesn't sleep in you anymore, bitch. And why don't you help with the fucking irrigation system? And she gets slapped and you think that's going to be like, oh, she's going to be above it. She fucking claps back with the fucking smack to the face heard across the world. And also the daughter is here hearing that her dad goes to prostitutes and doesn't love her mom. I love this fucking moment. The old ladies get involved. Like, this is such a real, like, small town, like, everyone shit talking each other moment. I adore this. This is perfect.
Yeah, it's
so
freaky.
Good. And she's like, my mom is awesome. Like, she sees that. She doesn't... It's not going to be like something where she's like, Mom, you embarrassed me. She's just like, Mom, hell yeah. If the other girls show up, please punch them all like I'm going to do later to my classmate.
When she talks to the mom after, which also, the mom is amazingly fucking cool about how this went down.
Yes.
I think it's probably because she knows the pimp long enough that she trusts him to have done this the way he did, where he gave her a chance to go out and feel like what would you even fucking call this? Feel like an adult, I guess.
Yeah.
He gave her the chance to like go out and have this experience, but made sure she was actually safe the whole time. Probably.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
I guess she's just known this guy forever. Also, how weird is it that
I just love that.
I think it's.
I love that
real
speech.
Quick, I think.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, I think the dad is. I do think it's her dad. Like, I think that's meant to be.
So too.
Also,
I think so too.
When he looks off in the distance and goes, "I don't really want to have sex with you." I wonder why. That's probably
that's
his
the
subtle
only
way
reason you could think of for this guy not to want to have sex with his 13-year-old is like.
To be fair, he did do this. Like, he didn't finish it, but he didn't do it.
Well, it always seemed like he was doing it as like a favor for a guy. Like, I think she was safe the whole time.
This is everyone the mom knows is like taking care of the
She's
mom
getting
behind her back
softballed here
because they've known her for so long.
Yes.
I think him like stroking his chin and going, I wonder what this feeling is. That might be him like subtly trying to give her a hint that he does think that he's her dad.
I mean, bad choice of words for me, but she is very mature for her age. I don't mean it that way. I mean, like, in how she understands her situation, and like that line of like, there are some acts that are only meaningful if we take responsibility and see them through. Like, that's very cool, and it's also comes into play for a lot of the series later. Like, and that's something that makes the manga really cool too, is like the further in you get, like, characters have more like flashbacks to previous kids and like, I mean, she leaves her mark with the uniforms, but like, people think back on her, people think back on Daiki. I mean, she thinks back on like School Shooter Kid as like, you know, the everyone's like desensitized and they don't take anything seriously and they don't care about things that are actually valuable. Like, you gotta live, you know, and it's all really cool stuff. I like her talk with her mom. That's really cool too, about like people, you know, if you want to, the best of the best is if you can look presentable and be a good person, but you know, if you can only do one, better to be a prostitute but a good person than be one of the other moms.
Yeah, they also kind of have a talk where it seems like both of them just value independence and have a certain view of money, and that's kind of why the mom is a hooker.
That fucking joke where she's like, why did you choose such a mean? Maybe it's genetic. Like maybe like maybe being a prostitute runs in the family, which is the kind of thing that the other kids bully her with. Is really funny that she would say that, where she's like, you know, maybe you are a whore's daughter and you're kind of genetically a whore, but you know, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I think that's the case. I guess we have to get to her late epic prank at the end, which
I don't even know.
Where Dung Beetle briefly pretends not to be down for this, then immediately.
Dung Beetle's such a fucking troll, where he's being all silly. Oh, I don't know if I could do that. I mean, if it were up to me, I would remove all your clothes in here. I mean, I love teleporting people while they're masturbating, and yeah, it's just. I mean, what a fucking insane ending. No one could call this no matter how many tries you gave them. So yeah, let's for the viewer who is no one. The bully girl is missing. She goes, I've got an idea where she might be. Go to some hotel. She's banging this dude. I assume he's a classmate.
I find it weird that the robot gave her the powers to locate her exactly.
No. Hold on. We had a bit of thing earlier where one of the kids kind of knew like where his dad was and other stuff. Like this has been established, and this becomes much more important later, where Zerth can locate like every human soul. Like they show up as like lights and you can like pinpoint them. Like this is important world building here. And yeah, she can just find her at the hotel. Like, instead of like, I remembered it as, for some reason I remembered it as her like teleporting in and being like, you're coming with me. But she fucking cuts the building in half, like rips the roof off and is like, yo whore, your mom's looking for you. The mom said, let's go home while she's like riding this guy. And yeah, I thought she was gonna be like, I'm a bigger person than you. I'm not a bully. But she's like, no, she learned it from her mom, and she's gonna fucking punch her in the face while she's on top of a guy's dick. And then
I just realized that the image is censored in this version.
Oh, really? Well, this isn't censored. You can see her nipple. This is what the
no. I'm like the writing one is cut off. Like in the
Really? That's what my physical copy looks like. That's maybe this is like longer. Did you find a scan where this is longer here? That's amazing. If that's the case.
No. Wait, just the one scene. Wait, I can probably send it to you.
Okay.
At some point.
But yeah, I love this. Yeah, she puts her through like, I mean, it's deserved because she's been like a huge asshole this arc. But yeah, she gets punched, then teleported into Zerth fully naked with the guy. She's just standing there in front of everyone. I like how newscaster girl is like horrified at the guy's dick. That's really funny. Also, these two guys blush, but Ushio is cool as a cucumber. He's just like, I see my sister naked all the time. I don't care. And then sends them into the van with all their parents, with the boy naked. Like, this is incredible punishment. Like, I totally buy her being reformed from this. Like, this is one of, like, this girl has had a week. She found out her dad is whoring around and doesn't fuck her mom, and she was fucking people while underage, and now she's dutifully cleaning leaves in the courtyard. Because I can only, the talking to she got after this must have been fucking heard down the street. Like, incredible. And then once she's done with that, she's like, okay, now everyone get your uniforms. Anyway, we did that. Amazing.
We haven't addressed it, but I like the fact that the other robot, or rather the people in it, wait.
Yes,
like,
that's right.
Wait for
this is the first. This is the first kind of hint we get that, like, I mean, we kind of knew from the start that, like, yeah, the other one is being piloted too, but the idea that like the different people will have different personalities, where like some people don't give a fuck about killing civilians, especially in another world, because remember, they're coming to an alternate
it's a different
but yeah, this one is nice enough to just kind of be like, let's wait for the evacuation. Fair enough. Peek and you die. This, speaking of foreshadowing and stuff, very cute little foreshadowing here. I won't say much more, but her grabbing Dungeon Mesh. I keep being Dungeon Mesh. He's called Koi. He's called like Koimushi, which means like dung beetle. But I keep calling him Dungeon Meshi. Her grabbing him and saying "You're a boy" and throwing him off the head of the other guy. That is actually insane foreshadowing, which is really funny to me. But you wouldn't know it from watching the anime, so I won't say anything else. Yeah, they all get.
I remember something.
I was gonna say they all get dressed, but they don't. These guys are like fucking stupid outfits to die, and then I like this moment a lot where she's like, finally we get, after all that tension with Daichi, we get someone being like, of course I don't want to fucking die. Like, this sucks, but our only option is either I die and so does everyone else, or just I die. It sucks.
We'll say I'm okay with it. It is slightly unrealistic that she managed to make so many unions in such a quick period.
Okay, I thought you were going to say about her outburst. She's been doing it for a while. She's been doing it since Waku died. Like, she didn't make them just this week. She was trying to finish them. And she she left the ones for the dead kids for last, which is clever thinking. I think they look cool. I like that they have like this kind of thing. I also like that some of the kids don't. Like I like Ushio just hanging out here in jeans. And then she made one for Kana, which is cute. We got some good Kana stuff with him during the Daichi thing too. And yeah, I like that. I just like, it's like pottery. It rhymes. The punch move. She finally learns how to. We get the short arms here, and she used it on the horror girl, and now she's using it on this robot. This is the ultimate. Yeah, she's just great at throwing fucking right hooks. This version ruins it because there is no god.
Cutting her arms off to
have shorter limbs for a punch.
It's just crazy the stuff that Zerth can do. Like their
Zerth
robot is so much better than all the other robots.
I always assumed the other robots could do crazy stuff. It's just the other people don't have the imagination and the willpower to control it. Like the strength is controlled by willpower, and what you can do with it is up to your mind's imagination. But Dungeon Meshi won't tell you. Not what I'm called. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Cube won't tell them unless they ask. I will say I find that more believable. I struggle to imagine what the cylinder could have done. Like, if he had thought, like, I want to punch, could the cylinder guy, like, have grown arms? I don't know. Zerth is good.
It mostly revolves around baking pies of various types.
We all rolling dough. Yeah, being a cigarette. Like,
you can bake a giant pie with a bomb.
We know Zerth is going to be stronger because he is jet black, and like as we know, like the black variant of stuff is like the cool, strong version of stuff. Like if you ever collected figurines.
Also, the main characters have that one, and the main characters usually win.
That's a good point.
In shows.
I mean, he looks much. Every one of these looks like a different kind of like sort of a bit like animals or bugs and stuff. He looks like a Hercules beetle, so you know he's going to be the strongest of all the insect fights. Like he can take out all these cicadas and little fucking centipedes all he wants. Look at him. He's the best. Yeah.
I want a minor thought, a minor awkward thought. It is funny to me that Bokurano has this weird dual approach to how it handles like fan service or sexuality, where the characters, the author has no restraint whatsoever with just the most fucked up things happening to the characters.
Everyone in the story can be having sex without you knowing. Like they might all be sexually active. You have no idea.
But then when they have these little things that you could like very loosely call fan service moments, it's like it's completely at their level where it's like, hey, you better not look at me, like shut up.
Yes, like, it's always like embarrassment. It's like you called me up when I was jerking off. I'm naked mid-sex in front of my mom.
Where it's almost like in real life, it's free game for anything that happened to the characters, but when they're with each other and in Zerth, they can actually act like their age and appropriately.
Everyone in Bokurano is like very ashamed and secretive about like sexual stuff. Like it's all very like hushed tones and like
often for great reasons.
No, often for great reasons. I agree. But like it's just funny. That's all. I want to give shout out to the Homer Simpson cars. A lot of Homer Simpson cars in this stretch. I don't know if you noticed, but lots of bubbles, funny little silly cars, which I like. I think also the action has gotten a bit better. Like there's some good follow through shots. I won't say the fights are like amazing. Again, that's not like the point of them, but like some good looking impacts, some good looking smacks, some cool little. I like the panels all flying off the cylinder. Like you can just hear like the metal creaking and groaning and everything being like these. Like they're not like indestructible creatures. It's like all these like flaking little shards and like cracking and snapping and stuff. It's cool. I like that. Dang, you do have an uncensored version. That's crazy. So my official Viz SIG copy.
Oh, that
wow, that's amazing. Yeah, my copy is.
Wait, the one
are all censored.
I don't have a physical copy. I just found it.
The one I just read
have
on
a physical copy, and it's
has
censored.
that as well.
The ones I'm looking at, the ones I just scrolled through on Bado here were censored. Like, yeah, like this one just now.
Okay, that's
so there's two copies. I guess that's annoying. I don't like that.
I'm also on Bado.si if that matters.
Yeah, there's two different ones. I'm on bato.to here. How did I skip through it without noticing it?
Well,
yeah.
Goddamn.
This one's uncensored, but the other
that's probably
one,
the one I read.
Yeah, there we go. That one's uncensored, but this one.
I mean, also minor.
This one's censored.
Another minor awkward point.
Odd.
This guy has kind of the issue the Gantz guy has, where he struggles with drawing like reasonably proportioned characters in scenes like this. I'll say.
I mean, he has a propensity for like all these panels are censored. Gosh, wow, that's stupid. This poor guy has to do a lot of stuff. Yeah, everyone is very lanky. Sometimes people have like very long legs and like their torso is quite up high. They have like funny thigh gaps. They have like very spindly limbs. I like the faces a lot, the heads a lot in some shots. Yeah.
Oh.
Also, everyone has like the same body type. Like the girls and the boys and everyone has just this like thin, like this body. They're just like stick figure people.
Except for Suicide Chungus, but we'll get to him.
Yes.
Damn. I'll just say it was weird to put these two together because in a way this was like a write-off stretch where it doesn't really fit with anything else. But actually, in retrospect, they're a nice little pair.
Yeah.
And we're moving on to the really weird shit, like the like the I can fix her, says a girl who is worse, or whatever the fuck.
The greatest hero of our time, teacher who gets away with absolutely everything. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there forthwith.
Goodbye,
okay. We should probably
everyone. See you next time when we finish Land of the Lobsters.
Land of the Lobsters.
Yeah.
Land of the Lobsters.
Okay. Bye.